What if I told you that the most terrifying night of my life taught me that monsters aren't always what you'd expect them to be? My name's Jake, and for more than 15 years I've worked cattle ranches across East Texas. Hard land, hard work, long days under a blistering sun. That's who I am. Not a storyteller, not some fellow trying to scare folks with tall tales. But what happened to me last October, on a night when the moon all but disappeared from the sky? Well, that's the reason you're hearing my voice tonight, and so here's my story. I've always believed in what I could touch. The fence line under my gloves, the horse between my knees, the steady breath of a herd of cattle. Practical things. But there are nights when the practical cracks wide open, and something else, something you can't explain, steps through. This story is one of those nights. The Double R Ranch stretched across 3,000 acres of pasture and woodland. To the west, mesquite trees clawed the sky, and to the east, thick pine forests grew darker and more secretive the deeper you went. The land rolled out in waves of grass and dirt roads, crisscrossed with barbed wire and split-rail fencing older than I was. The kind of country where you can go a week without seeing another soul, and where a man learns to rely on himself. The nearest town was 40 miles away, and cell service out here was about as dependable as an honest politician. That evening was like any other, at first. The sun was melting into the horizon, turning the sky every shade of orange, purple, and red. Folks say Texas sunsets are something you can paint, but out here on the range they feel alive, like the sky itself is breathing its last before night swallows it whole. My horse, Buster, a tough-as-nails quarter horse who'd been with me 8 years, kept shifting under me. Normally, he was steady as a rock, even when rattlesnakes slithered across our path or wild hogs bolted from the brush. But that night he twitched and stamped, ears flicking toward the tree line like he heard something I couldn't. The herd wasn't right either. Instead of their usual calm, spread out across the pasture, grazing lazily, they were clustered tight in the center, heads all turned toward the pines. Their big eyes glinted in the fading light, wide and fearful. Cattle aren't smart, but they know when danger's close. Over the years, I'd learned to trust their instincts. And then I heard it. A sound so strange it froze me in the saddle. It wasn't a howl. It wasn't a growl. It was something in between, stretched low and resonant, as though the forest itself had found a voice. For the full video, join me at Lazarus Logic Insomnia Stories.